Now, it's been a town for more than a century, but now hundreds of people in Goole are backing a campaign to break away part of the town and form their own village. The area recently bid for city status, but residents living on the south of the Dutch River want to split off. They feel that having their own parish council will bring more investment into the area and bring Old Goole back to life. Sarah Burton reports.
It's been a town since the early 1900s, but recently some people living in Old Goole started to look at their history, and they've decided they now want their own identity and their own parish council.
Old Goole has always been here. Old Goole is the oldest part. We predate Goole by about 2,000 years. The Romans came here, the Danes, the Saxons, and then there was Georgian buildings. You know, we have been here for a lot longer than Goole.
It has its own church, although it's not in use, and its own working man's club. But those living here want more investment.
We seem to be a left out part of Goole, and if we had our own community, it would be up to us what we did in Old Goole, because a lot of Old Goole is not being recognised at all.
This is what Old Goole will look like if it does become a village and separate from the rest of the town, a town which has already bid for city status. Now, some say that bid could be derailed by this latest campaign, but those in Old Goole disagree.
I don't think that Old Goole separating from Goole in a formal way will in any way jeopardise it. There are some smaller places than Goole which have actually been given city status, I believe, so I can't see it affecting them in any way.
Goole will find out next year whether or not it's successful in its bid to become a city, and East Riding Council will decide whether or not Old Goole can become a village and, in the words of those who live here, bring this old part of the town back to life. Sarah Burton, BBC Look North, Goole.
And that might be another story you'd like to comment on. Of course, you can get in touch in the usual ways. On to football now then, and Scunthorpe United ended a busy week with a victory in the Johnson's Paint Trophy last night.
See you tomorrow. Now, residents in a part of Goole in East Yorkshire are attempting to split the town in two. Hundreds have signed a petition calling for the area known as Old Goole to be given village status. Sarah Burton has been to the town to find out more.
It's been a town for more than a century, steeped in history, but some people living in the old town have decided they want to go it alone.
We seem to be a left out part of Goole, and if we had our own community, it would be up to us what we did in Old Goole, because a lot of Old Goole is not being recognised at all.
Residents in Old Goole want their independence back and have handed in a petition calling for the council to make them a village.
Old Goole has always been here. Old Goole is the oldest part. We predate Goole by about 2,000 years. The Romans came here, the Danes, the Saxons, and then there was Georgian buildings. You know, we have been here for a lot longer than Goole.
If Old Goole does become a village, the boundary will start here on the Dutch River, and only a stone's throw away across the bridge will be what will remain of the town. By being made a parish, residents say they'll get more investment to return Old Goole to its former glory. But some people in the area aren't sure the idea has been properly thought through.
I haven't seen any costings for this, so we don't know whether it's going to cost the community more money, whether the council tax is going to go up. So we really need to have a better understanding of exactly what the whole process entails.
Those also fighting for Goole to become a city are not happy.
Goole is one place. Yes, there's Old Goole and there's New Goole, but there's Old Hull, there's New Hull. So no, it came as quite a shock. It's a real surprise because the harmony that we've got for the city bid has been fantastic.
East Riding Council is now deciding whether or not Old Goole will become a village and create new history for this old port town. Sarah Burton, BBC Look North, Goole.
And of course, if you're there, that's another one you might want to comment on. By the way, thanks for the response after our story last night on how cancer patients will now be able to park for free in some hospitals in northern Lincolnshire and East Yorkshire. Those who have to attend appointments for more than 8 times a month at hospitals in Grimsby